Alright guys, so I'm going to walk you through the process of changing out your 12th generation F-150, whatever kind of standard bezel you have, if it's Lariat, Raptor, XLT, to Topdisplay. This thing is phenomenal, and I'm just now upgrading the stereo, so yes, I've been living under a rock. Go ahead and unbox the entire stereo here and just unwrap it one bit at a time, but look as we unveil that carbon fiber. It's faux, but it's still beautiful. It's carbon fiber and it's pretty awesome. The connections on the back are easy, pretty self-explanatory because they only have one wiring harness connection to each one. You just plug and play and let it rip. It also comes with 2 gigabytes of free data, so when you get online, you're able to watch YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, whatever it is you want to stream, even Facebook Reels if you're into that. It also came with a backup camera, which is pretty phenomenal. Not sure where I'm going to mount that up, but I can't wait to see it in action. So let's get inside the truck.
Guys, so to start this off, you're going to want to drop your glove box here so we can gain access to the bolts holding in the airbag. That's part of why we had the battery disconnected for at least 10 minutes so the system can drain. Drop this down, gives you access. I think it's 3 or 4 bolts. This will come out, allowing us to free up this panel and then the other side as well. Once we pry those back, we'll be able to get the actual head unit out. So let's get started.
It's very important that once you disconnect the battery that you wait at least 15 to 20 minutes before you go ahead and remove the airbag. If you want to be on the safe side, go ahead and touch the positive to the negative, just the wiring harnesses themselves, not connected, but that will go ahead and drain the entire system. Like I said, truck has 524,000 miles, so stop judging, but whatever. This is a walkthrough for you guys, so we're going to get that ready there. With that being free, we'll be able to, you just got to pry in that one. We're going to have to start at the top and work our way down and kind of get it to come free. And once it is, it reveals both sides, kind of like this, but it'll be on the inside. And we'll be able to take out that entire unit there. So let's go and let's get in the driver's seat now. So hopefully you guys picked a nice autumn afternoon to do this, or you have a garage that's air conditioned, because it was hot as hell as I did this. But patience is the name of the game. There's only 3 7mm screws, 2 at the top right there by the heads-up display, and then 1 down here behind the sync aux plug-in. Once you get those 3 out and the 2 side pieces pulled out, the unit comes out very easily. And then there's, I think, 6 or 7 wire harnesses on the back, and then you're free to go. It's always a good idea to get a handheld vacuum or an actual vacuum cleaner in here, because dust will collect in places you would not believe. Talk about dust bunnies. It's disgusting back there, and you got to remove the CD player as well. But for comparison, guys, so you can see this, it does look like our top display, traction control, airbag, passenger off, and hazard switch will be relocated to right here, which is fine. We do lose functionality of the CD player. Not a big deal. Everything is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth connectivity these days. We will retain the sync access port, so if you wanted auxiliary, which is funny, you know, my 13th generation F-150 Raptor doesn't have that at all, so kind of cool. We'll be able to keep that. Cigarette port will get transferred over. The climate control will be transferred over. Our switches here will be transferred over, and I do think we basically just do away with AM, FM, Sirius radio, aux, all that, because that functionality turns into right here these toggle switches, which are very nice. It's like that. We do also have the turn knob. The only thing I would say is it seems a little loose like that. Not the worst, but I mean, you can get into the standard F-150, although granted it's got 500,000 miles on it. You know, stuff's a little wiggly after so many miles, but this being brand new is the only thing I'd say is a little negative. It's a push button, so I'm sure that's going to be your power for it. So you have a home button, you also have a return, GPS, music, radio, phone call. So all that being said, we'll transfer that over. The only other thing is, so I've got this lined up perfectly. you can see how much taller it is. So the display that went up here that told you the station you're on, the temperature outside, external temperature, direction, northeast, southwest, all that was up there does look like it's going to get covered up. So not sure if that actual display stays in the vehicle and this just covers it, or if I actually got to pull it out. We'll find out here in a minute. After transferring these over, I'm going to start hooking stuff up. But first off, we have to transfer these sets of buttons over, then get them all transferred over, and then go back to the vehicle and start plugging stuff in. So it's going to be fun. Be very careful not to lose your screws. They're a one and only kind of replacement part. I'm sure you could replace them, but it'd just be one step keeping you further from getting this project done. Instructions, which is fine. I get it, they're a small business, they can't think of everything, but they did at least create the part. So at the top, because now we're going to be extended further without this additional cubby that goes over the heads-up display, you've got these corners. I already put one on. You're gonna see this. They kind of cup, and like I said, they're almost identical. They're just mirror image. So when you find them, just find the one that fits on each side, and you'll see. Not only as I lie to you about it cupping, there it goes. Okay, now I'm not lying. It ain't gonna stay. The other one kind of hooked in and actually stayed, but that's what the little screws are for. So when you get it all on there, like that, you'll see that it lines up perfectly to make a perfectly smooth edge. Plus, this is where it'll attach inside the truck. So use these 4 little screws, put that bad boy on there, and that's part of your new frame. Something else they did not explain in the instructions, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to deal with right now. It's fine. So, removing the original lower panel for the temperature control dials, which is, there they are, so you can see them. From Ford, the holes, the slots for them, I'm just gonna pull this out real quick, are quite a bit bigger. Drilled, and they hold this big gnarly screw. Plastic screw, very common, Ford uses them a lot. The holes over here are not. They are tight. They're small, no gay jokes implied, whatever. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run an itty bitty tap through there. I'm gonna pilot hole it just to make it a little bit bigger, because I don't want to start screwing that down and have that thing snap in half. So let's go ahead and run a little, just a little chaser down there. Make some room for that. Got the job done. Now it's all transferred over. The only thing is the sync aux adapter, and that goes in at the end. Oh, and the secret lighter. So I'll transfer the secret lighter, the aux, and get in the truck, and we can start hooking everything up. The wiring portion, here we go. The wiring harness is going to appear to be very overwhelming, and you don't have to be overwhelmed. Just take it one harness at a time. As you start connecting everything, you'll realize you'll run out of places for them to go. So just literally plug and play, and work your way through the entire harness. They don't have mismatches. They won't go places they don't belong. So just be patient with it, guys, and you'll get through it. Alright, so I'm playing a copyright-free music right now, but just for clarification on this, you'll see this when I brought this up here, go to Bluetooth, and then you'll see your paired devices. I was able to find mine. Yep, that's me, Ruthless Prick. Pair it, and you go back to music. Once you're paired, you can play copyright-free music, so that's how you get that done. So now we're playing music, which is great. Awesome. Pretty simple. So we've got so many other things to connect now, but let's go ahead and get back into finishing this up, because I want to see this thing in action. I want to go through all of its settings and figure out what it has in store for us. Alright guys, so we're at the turnaround point. You go to finalize this installation. You want to be careful with the wings at the top. They're the only thing that took a little massaging to get it into the places they belong. But once they went in, it's all like it's factory. It all snapped into place perfectly. Oh my gosh, I would say watch it not come on now. That's cool. Android is starting. Oh, we're gonna have to set the date on it. That's a bummer. Sell it. I'm gonna show you some of the features here right now just to get started in the truck. I already had Bluetooth off, so that is that. Power it on and go back to your connections. So there I am. I believe it just reconnected, but we'll double check it. Yeah. So it shows that it is currently paired. I'll double check the phone itself. Yep, currently in use. So we are connected. So you'll see it like that. Paired is a device that is ready to, but when you're on there, you'll see phone, audio, music, so it's connected. Now we can go back to home. So here are some of all of our features. Now we have Bluetooth, it shows disconnect on there. So I didn't update, that's fine. Navigation, and then we have some of these quick settings, so you can add an app. So if you wanted something on there quickly, like let's say Google, now it's in your quick selection. It's kind of nice, but that brings up all of your general apps. So if you wanted to go to your music, you know, sound effects, car settings, anything, radio is probably one of the easiest. Like, so we also have radio here, so you can take it straight to radio. Can't play that. You can read it, but you can't play it. Go back to home. Yeah, so there's that. Let's see. And this thing just has so many different options. So you could specifically select if you had an F-150, Taurus, Mondeo, Raptor, Mustang. It's kind of nice. Right now we're just gonna leave it like that because it seems to be operating just fine. Original car is set to the protocol box. Company provides agreement. Okay, so I think we're good there. Don't know what that setting is. I mean, this thing just has so much to go on. Logo settings, cool. So you can select what your animation is. Sure. Don't know what that default animation is, but we'll change it back to that one maybe. Storage. You could select a different one. That's cool. Okay. So what's other than that? Check full bar, navi bar. Force landscape mode. Yeah, we definitely want that. So we're gonna hit back. Just get back into here. That automatically takes you back to your GPS. That's cool. I like how it shows a little cube if you want to see everything we have here. What is here we go? So it's like a different form of GPS. That is kind of cool. So now let's get YouTube to work. Let's check that out. Of course, it brings up nothing but like chicks everywhere. Except we're sitting in my truck right now, just chilling. Vehicle's off. They're just playing YouTube on the screen, which is so cool. Let's see. Let's put it in a higher resolution. Advanced. We're on my Wi-Fi right now, so I can have high quality to boot. Entertaining. Play a game? I mean, you're not gonna be playing games going down the road, bro. It is a little bit laggy on here, but still interesting. Okay, let's close that. And go home. We also have Android Auto on here, which is really nice. I'm gonna skip that one for now because, I mean, we saw Android Auto in the last one. Car set, what is that? That's pretty cool. Look at it. It has heated and chilled seats. You can control everything on here. You can control it digitally. That's what's up. There's some of the audio settings. So now we're gonna try to balance towards the front. Let's see if I can turn on some music real quick. Alright, this is copyright-free music, but that setting that I changed definitely added to it. It's a lot louder now. Sounds beefier than it did before, so let's see if we can go back to those settings. Mess with theme. Dude, look at those themes. There's so many. Look at them. I like that one. Bluetooth navi, music, time. That's cool. Alright guys, so we're gonna add the background. Simply, these are the USB connections. I took them behind the dash and was able to tuck them away. That way they're always available, but both of them are connected behind the stereo. So there's a lot more room back there. We'll leave those there. So we're going to go to add. There we go. And this is my own memory stick, but I did put it under picture. Add. Let's see, give it a second to load. There we go. Got two to select from. Do this one. Copy failed. Please try again. Copy successful. Now we're gonna change it to that one. So there you go. Successfully changed the background picture on there. That is pretty cool. Like I said, little hack for you guys. You don't realize it, but there's room back behind here to tuck it behind this panel. If you take it even further, you can have it come right inside your glove box, just like that. And yeah, I know it's dusty, but like I said, there's a farm truck with 500,000 miles on it, so judge not. And so there's so much to go through on here. It is pretty much just a really wild system, guys. All the features that this thing has. Just fixing the audio alone to me that's pretty amazing. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed this, please consider hitting subscribe. Don't forget to hit the smash button so other people can find this in this channel and find it useful. And I want to thank again Topdisplay for everything they did in sponsoring this video, making it happen. Like I said, this truck now has 524,000 miles. It just continues to go. But I think it was a good thing to go ahead and update the stereo. It was long overdue. But I've had several of them in the second gen Raptor and now having it in this first gen
F150 or 12th gen, I guess. It's better. It's a much better fit instead of just keeping the old clunky stereo. So this is definitely a much better fit. Now you can watch YouTube on road trips. That's to me one of the best things, but you got to be respectful and mindful of laws. Pay attention to the road. Only listen, just like a podcast. But with all that being said, you guys, thank you so much for love and support. We'll catch you in the next one.